You feel like there's a big purpose in life, a reason why you were born. You feel like if you shared your message, you could change the world for the better. But the thing is, right now you don't have anything to show for it. Your only proof of concept is a blurry picture in your mind, a dream that could either make you incredibly happy or be completely forgotten. The funny thing is you already know what you need to do, but you still haven't done it. And the truth is, you can't even explain why. It's not because you lack information. You've read all the books and watched all the videos. It's not because you lack talent. In fact, you're probably more capable than most people. It's not even because you lack support. There are people around you that would cheer you on, but they don't know about your dreams because you haven't shared them. It's not even because you want something else more. You've given up on everything else to pursue this dream. It's not because you're lazy. You work hard in everything else in your life. You're not afraid of hard work. It's also not because you're stupid. You know exactly what needs to be done. You just haven't done it. And the scary part is that as days go by, you feel like you're losing motivation. Like the longer you don't take action, the harder it becomes to actually take action. Like every day that goes by where you don't make progress is making your dream less likely to come true. And if you don't fix that today, you might wake up tomorrow feeling completely demotivated. Do any of these sentences sound familiar? Have you ever felt like you knew what needed to be done but couldn't bring yourself to do it? If you did, then this story is for you. A story about a man who realized he was stuck doing nothing with his life, a man who didn't have a dream until one day he did, and the steps he took to turn that dream into reality despite having zero evidence that it would actually work out. In the beginning, he was just another guy walking down the street, no different from everyone else. He had a job, he had friends, he had a family, but he wasn't happy. He wanted more out of life, but he didn't know what. Every night when he came home from work, he would sit on the couch feeling empty inside, looking at the dim light bulb hanging from the ceiling. Every time he looked at it, it reminded him of his own life, dim and without color. He would lay in his bed thinking about the next day, dreading it. As soon as his alarm clock went off, he would get out of bed and rush to get ready. On some days, the light wouldn't be enough to get him going, and he would drive to work in a fog, bumping into things, almost hitting people, missing important meetings. His life was going nowhere fast. One night, after watching TV for a while, he turned it off. The screen went dark, and he sat there in silence for a few minutes. That's when it hit him. He was wasting his life away. He was letting his days slip by without doing anything meaningful. He was getting older, and he knew if he didn't change something, he would regret it. He started by fixing his room, getting rid of all the junk, and organizing the things that mattered. Then he fixed the rest of the house, and when he finally stepped outside, he noticed the sky for the first time in years. It was beautiful. It gave him hope. He started going for walks every evening. He walked for hours until he found a place far away from the city where no one could see him. And that's where he discovered his dream. While sitting there looking at the horizon, he closed his eyes and thought about what he wanted out of life. When he opened his eyes, he knew exactly what he wanted. He wanted to help others achieve their goals. He wanted to be a coach. But the problem was he didn't know anything about coaching. He didn't know the first thing about it, but he didn't care. Something had woken up inside of him, and he was determined to follow that path. So he spent the next year learning everything he could about coaching. He read all the books, watched all the videos, talked to anyone who would listen. He didn't have much money, so he couldn't afford expensive courses, but he didn't mind. He was willing to work hard. He saved up enough money to buy a domain name and build a basic website. He created social media profiles for his new business and started posting valuable content online. He got rejected a lot, but he didn't care. He kept going. He started building an email list and getting clients. His first clients were friends and family members, but he didn't care. He was grateful for their support. He worked hard to make them happy. As the months went by, his dreams started to become a reality. He was making money doing something he loved. He was helping people, and he was finally happy. One day, he was reading an article about a famous entrepreneur when he came across this quote: "If you want to do something you've never done before, you must first believe that it's possible." He thought about how he had achieved his dream of becoming a coach and realized that he had followed this quote to a T. He had believed that it was possible for him to become a successful coach even though he had zero evidence that it was possible. He had just taken the first step, and that had led to the next step, and so on. He knew that many people watching that video didn't have a dream, but if they did, they should remember this. The hardest part about achieving any dream is taking the first step. The second hardest part is taking the next step after that. It's easy to think about how great your life will be once you achieve your dream, but it's hard to put in the work required to get there. But he knew that if they really wanted to achieve their dreams, they had to take action. They had to take that first step. He wanted to tell them that it's okay if they don't have all the information, all the resources, or all the skills. It's okay if they're scared. The most important thing is to take the first step. Because once they do that, the next step will become clear. And then the next step will become clear, and so on. He wanted to tell them that it's okay if they don't have a plan. It's okay if they're still figuring things out. All that matters is that they start taking action. Because once they do that, the plan will become clear. He wanted to tell them that it's okay if they make mistakes. It's okay if they don't get it right the first time. All that matters is that they learn from their mistakes and keep moving forward. Because once they do that, they'll get better and better. He wanted to tell them that it's okay if they fall. It's okay if they get knocked down. All that matters is that they pick themselves back up and keep moving forward. Because once they do that, they'll eventually reach their destination. He knew that many people watching that video had dreams, but they were afraid to take the first step. They were afraid of failing, of looking stupid, of not being good enough. But he wanted to tell them that those fears were holding them back. Those fears were keeping them from achieving their dreams. He wanted to tell them that it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to feel like you're not good enough. All that matters is that you push through those feelings and take action anyway. Because once you do that, you'll realize that you're stronger than you think. You'll realize that you can achieve anything you set your mind to. He wanted to tell them that it's okay if they don't have everything they need. It's okay if they don't have all the resources or the connections. All that matters is that they take the first step. Because once they do that, the universe will conspire to help them. They'll find a way. He wanted to tell them that it's okay if they don't know what they're doing. It's okay if they're still figuring things out. All that matters is that they take the first step. Because once they do that, they'll learn as they go. They'll find their way. He knew that many people watching that video had dreams, but they were too afraid to take the first step. They were too afraid of failing, of looking stupid, of not being good enough. But he wanted to tell them that those fears were just lies. They were holding them back. Those fears were keeping them from achieving their dreams. He wanted to tell them that it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to feel like you're not good enough. All that matters is that you push through those feelings and take action anyway. Because once you do that, you'll realize that you're stronger than you think. You'll realize that you can achieve anything you set your mind to. He wanted to tell them that it's okay if they don't have everything they need. It's okay if they don't have all the resources or the connections. All that matters is that they take the first step. Because once they do that, the universe will conspire to help them. They'll find a way. He wanted to tell them that it's okay if they don't know what they're doing. It's okay if they're still figuring things out. All that matters is that they take the first step. Because once they do that, they'll learn as they go. They'll find their way. If you liked this story, here's another video that I think you'll enjoy. This video is for you if you feel unmotivated and like you're wasting your life away.